In the NeoTA toolset, there are other tools that can benefit you greatly, and if we look at another one of those today, one of the ones I wanted to show you here was the trading signals. Now the trading signals is built around some of the concepts that I've written about in the books, and those concepts have to do with what gives you a potentially great trade. And of course, the book I'm talking about is the Trend Trading Setups, and in there we qualify what it takes to make a great trade, and essentially you have to meet 80% of certain criterion, which could allow a signal that that's going to be a potentially great trade. And so if we look at one of these, if we just pop into the tool, you just click on trading signals, this runs on a daily basis and it checks all the stocks and looks to see if any of them have generated what potentially could be a great trade. And in this particular case, there's only two types of trades. There's breakouts and there's retraces. And so what you're going to see is you're going to see any kind of signal issue here that's current or previously issued. In this case, I've only got some previous ones. And those are going to list those potential stock trades and whether they're a breakout or a retrace or a potential breakout or a retrace, and what that stock symbol is, the criterion that was met, and so forth. And so if we pop into one of these, by clicking on it, we'll see all the charts, and we can see that it was a breakout, and you can see the breakout recorded here and here on these swing point lows that it's breaking, and then you can evaluate it on the different time frames to see just how that is developing, whether it's coming into support, what that support looks like, where it is, and so forth. And so on the trading signals page, you'll have the criterion that was met, whether it was potential bearish breakout in this case or a potential or an actualized one. And you can take a look at each of those and look at the details of them to see if that might be a trade you want to take. In many cases, that trade might not be, especially if it's an actualized one, may not be one you want to take right away. You may want to put it on your watch list so that you can monitor it. For example, here with the one we were just looking at, you might want to monitor this and try to catch a little retrace before you put the trade on. That's the trading signals. That's how they work. You have the ability to set filters. You name a filter and you put in the criterion that you want. For example, you may be interested in only, I was looking for this. Here it is, 60 days volume. You can make it greater than or less than some number. In this case, it's volume by million, so you could put in, 1 million shares. And then you could submit that. You could add that filter, and then eventually you could submit that filter, and you could save it. And then only those that have that amount of volume would show up, and those that didn't would go away. Once you've saved your filter, you can use that filter again anytime. And then the other thing that's available, as we talk about in all the tools, is you can push this to a particular watch list. And to do that, you would simply select a watch list you want to push it to. And I'll just take this as an example. And once I have it there, then I can add it to the watch list. And then at that particular point, I could go over to the watch list and that signal would be there. The other thing I can do is I can show all these charts. I can click on some of them and show the ones that are selected. I can also download this data to a spreadsheet, and I can use that data to then, do whatever I want to. Maybe import it into another watch list later, maybe put some notes for myself, maybe sort these based on the type of signal that was generated, the time frame, and so forth. And so that's the watch list. That's how to use the trading signals, and how to move data around between your various watch lists if you choose. That is the trading signals.